Oh, the record button worked. Hi, guys. I wanted to go a little bit deeper into the topic that I discussed last week. Last week was stress relief tips, and I'm now going to consider that part one, and this is part two. So part two of stress relief tips is just going a little bit deeper so that you can brainstorm on ways that you can have the same effect with as simple of techniques. If I explain kind of how it works, then maybe you can say, oh, absolutely, X, Y, and Z would have the same effect for me. So this is a little more tutorial and how-to than necessarily just guidance. So when you're stressed, your body is activating from the sympathetic nervous system mode. I'm not a neurologist, so I'm going to butcher some of the words, but you're going to get the main idea. So you're in the sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight state. So when you're stressed, that's where you're hanging out. Your body has blood to your extremities, and you're picking up awareness of how to escape a situation and things of the sort. Kind of like if you're getting chased by a lion, you need to have blood to your extremities so you can move. Not something everyone comes across. However, within your world, you have stresses that trigger the same response within your body. And so then when you're stressed and you do something like taking a deep breath or looking up, which you're going to have a lot less to look at when you're looking up. Most of the things are on the ground. Look up to the sky, look up to the ceiling even. I mean, unless you have extravagant things on your ceiling, that's generally going to be less visual stimuli when you look up. Then it triggers the vagus nerve, which then puts your body in more of a restful state or a healing or rejuvenating and repair state, because you're pretty much removing the stress. Yes, it's momentary, but that's kind of all it takes to get a perspective change, is just that moment of taking control and looking for a reason to have a more relaxed perspective. So when you trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, then you put yourself in more of a state of relaxing. You can get there by meditation. You're in that state when you're sleeping, unless of course you're having a nightmare. But so you're in that state of repair. And actually, random other tidbit: when your body's operating from the parasympathetic nervous system, you have blood in your stomach area so that you can digest your food. So think about that now. How that is pretty understanding or pretty obvious now why you would have indigestion when you're stressed, because your body's not focusing on digesting that food. I'm sure there's a whole lot more going on right there, or right then, and I'm not a biologist either, nor do I have a strong understanding of all the systems in the body. I just find this fascinating, so I'm sharing. But, you could see how not having blood in the right place to digest food would create an issue in digesting your food and cause indigestion when you're stressed. Has a lot to do with acidity levels in your stomach as well, but that's off topic. But just to really give you just the big picture perspective of when you're stressed, you're in the sympathetic nervous system. When you're trying to get yourself out of the sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system, all you need to do is find a way to transition it by activating the vagus nerve in the simplest way. Take a deep breath, look up, choose to find yourself in a quiet spot, close your eyes, turn off the stimuli going in so that your body can handle what it has already taken in and sort through it. Or if you're truly great at meditation, which a lot of us are working on it, you're going to quiet your mind so well that none of the stress is coming in, none of it even needs to be worked on, it's already worked through. And so went off on a little bit of a tangent, but I just wanted to give you kind of an understanding of why looking up or taking a deep breath, maybe 3 or 4 deep breaths would be helpful rather than just the one, but why that helps. And so now you see why it's so important to do something you enjoy, because it is necessary to bring yourself out of a stressful state so that when you are in the parasympathetic nervous system, your body can repair itself. It can heal, it can digest, it can... Another random fun tidbit is when you're sleeping, your mind is sorting all of your memories from throughout the day and storing it into the long-term memory of your brain, or long-term memory section of your brain. There's a lot here I wish I knew more about so I could explain better, but you get the gist of it. So hopefully that part 2 of stress relief tips has found its way into your world in a helpful way. And so I hope you also found this entertaining if you're kind of nerdy like me and you enjoy all those random scientific tidbits. But regardless of what you got out of this video, I hope it was enjoyable for you, and I hope it helps you to find more peace in your world, more fun, and I hope these techniques are helpful for you. So that would be it for this week. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will be making another video next year. Have a wonderful day.